Hi there, happy Thursday. Welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica Ravage and this is Kink and the Kitty. Today we're discussing if cam modeling and content creation is right for you. So here are some things for you to think about before you take the plunge into camming. The first question I want you to think about is, am I comfortable with people knowing that I am an adult entertainer? This is a big one. I want you to really think about if people saw your content or your family found out that you were a cam model or content creator, what kind of impact would that have on your life? And so it's a little bit of a risk assessment, right? Like, is the end goal worth the risk to you? The next question I want you to ask yourself is, what am I comfortable doing? There are models out there that can kind of get away with not showing their face. It's easier to do that on like OnlyFans than it is going to be to do that camming, because you really need to have that personal interaction. So are you comfortable showing your face? Are you comfortable doing sexual things? Again, there are some people who can do like an OnlyFans where it's more focused on like nude art or athleticism. So there's, maybe some adult content-ness to it without it being like fully sexual. So I think that's also a little bit harder to build a following around, but I am definitely not going to tell you that it's not possible. And as far as the sexual stuff goes, what are your limits? I think that it's really important for us to think about that ahead of time. And granted, they're probably going to change as you get more comfortable with your content creation. Some of my limits are things like race play. I have a really hard time with race play. If I know somebody is super into it and we have an ongoing like relationship and I understand the thought behind it, maybe, but the N-word is not something I want coming out of my mouth. I would be really uncomfortable with that getting out. Going back to our last question, what am I comfortable with people finding out about? I don't want people to see me saying that. I'm okay with daddy dom little girl because I'm into DDLG, but I will not do age play where I am playing the role of somebody who is 4 or they're talking dirty to me about somebody who's 16. That's not going to fly for me. So go ahead and think about, what are my limits? Where do I draw the line? What are my boundaries? Next question is, can I afford the initial investment that it takes to get into the adult industry as an entrepreneur? You're going to need some basic things as far as the financial commitment goes. You're going to need a good camera, you're going to need a ring light, toys, outfits, all that stuff, which we'll get into later on, but you are going to need to either already have these things on hand, or you're going to need to obtain them for a bare minimum, just bones studio. I said bones. The other side of that is, can you afford the time investment? You could be a success story. You might make $1 million this month, like Bella Thorne, but it's probably unlikely. So can you put the time in that it's going to take? It's like any service industry. It takes time to build your clientele. It just does. So are you going to be able to work a day job? Do you have somebody to support you while you build that clientele? Do you have some other forms of income? Yeah, so it's going to take some time. My last question is, do I have a thick skin? There does take a level of confidence and self-assurance and the ability to let insults just like slide right off of you. If you're really sensitive and somebody's saying something mean to you is going to be really difficult for your mental health, I do not suggest this as a career path for you. I have not had very many guys be mean to me. Usually they're there to have a good time. They're there to support you. They like you. But sometimes there are trolls that are going to come into your room and they're going to be a jerk. And it has nothing to do with you, you know? It says more about them that they're being mean to you than it does about you. It doesn't actually say anything about the way you look, the way you hold yourself. It just says that they are a really unhappy person and they're a really sad person because happy people, good people, do not go around insulting other people. So don't even take it to heart. They don't matter. Just clear your chat, block them, delete them off of your OnlyFans. I think we all have a lot of shame. We have different parts of our body that we don't love. So if somebody says something about them, it can be hurtful. But gonna have to get over it. So that's my show for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you got something out of this and that these questions really gave you something to think about. And if you are comfortable with your answers, come on over and join us in the adult industry. It's a lot of fun. So subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you got something out of this, if you have any other questions or questions for people to think about. Get on over to onlyfans.com/Jessica Ravage to subscribe or onlyfans.com/Jessica Ravage free. We'll check you later. Have a great day, babies. Bye-bye. Mwah.